All right, Scotty, this is for you. I've rigged up, and I love your products, but the one thing that's always bugged me about downriggers is having to go basically to the back of the boat. Like, I just don't like engaging with my gear at the back of the boat and having to lean over the gunnels. And some boats, it seems like, have that configuration. On my port side, let's see if I can get it. I've got just the standard, and it's fine. I make it work. It's good. But I've been trying something. Maybe you'll dig it. And it's this. I've mounted a Depthpower with an adjustable boom vertically. Okay, and then I've taken another adjustable boom. See if I can get this a good shot. And then I've projected it out. I've tied it onto my hard top frame, or the top frame here, and then projected it out. And I've made it so that I can move it in and out and adjust it so it's not out while I'm trailering, things like that. And what it does is it keeps the gear forward in the gunnel, and it clears the gunnel for netting and things like that and working the fish, and it keeps all of my downrigger, my rudder flasher and my clip and my weight up forward of where I want it to be when I'm fighting a fish. And I can reel it in and keep it tight to the boat, and it's up front, so the fish, while I'm fighting it out back, my gear is out of the way, like completely. And I don't have to move the boom, I don't have to boat anything, I don't have to bring anything really in. I just have to pull on the line retrieval, bring it in close to the boat, and it's done. And then when I go to reset my gear, it's super simple as well. So Scotty, you guys make awesome products. I use almost exclusively Scotty products. There's a real potential here, I think, for a new sort of rigging system for the downrigger setups that you make. I call it the Uprigger because it's sort of like an outrigger and a downrigger came together to do what they both do best, and it works. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing is making it so that this can adjust an angle, so it'll move actually further toward the stern of the boat as I set up. So when I come out to the fishing grounds, I'll wind up having it, I'll be able to slide it out while I'm fishing and then angle it while I'm fishing as well, because I want to be able to sort of change how it interacts and where it enters the water at the rear of the boat. Obviously, we don't want it interacting with the kicker or the main if that's what you're trolling with, but I think if I adjust those angles, I keep it up and then adjust those angles to bring it back more, it'll actually work out great. And in a lot of ways, it interfaces with the water just like the downrigger does. If that's the case, like my line angle right now is actually pretty comparable to where it would be if I had a downrigger mounted where it was. So, I don't know. I see it as a net win. Now the kicker on this side does sort of change things a little bit, but again, I think if I just bring it out and angle it toward the back a little bit, I can get the same distance, in fact maybe even better than where it's at if it's located on the gunnel. Now I've just been playing with the sort of the starboard side setup. One of the things is the way Scotty's are set up, the handle is only on the one side, and it lends itself well to right here because as I'm catching the fish I can manipulate it with my left hand, you know, and I can do the controls pretty good. But if I mount it on the starboard side, the handle winds up being toward the bow of the boat, which isn't preferable in this case for the setup. But I think I can come up with a way around that. I haven't quite started into that part of it yet. I just want to make sure that this system worked, and it's really working out well. I gotta say, I don't see any real drawbacks. Haven't fished in rough weather, but keeping that gunnel clear for netting and working the fish, whatever needs to happen back here, and also getting that downrigger line inboard real fast and up forward out of the fish's way so it's not getting caught up in anything has been a real benefit. So Scotty, love you guys, love your products. I run almost exclusively Orca, and for my rod holders, love the Depthpower system, really dig it, don't have any real complaints whatsoever. But just yeah, think about this new rigging setup, and this is all made with off-the-shelf parts in reality. I mean, I kind of got it rigged up a little bit kind of weird here, just with some pipe clamps and hose clamps, but there's not a lot of weight being torqued on it. You know, and the other thing, and I guess this is sort of along with all of the other things, the reason I got inspired to do this in a lot of ways is because my mother, who's, you know, up there in age, doesn't like to reach across the gunnel to set up the clip. So this brings it forward and allows it to happen right there where she's comfortable, inside the gunnels, right up against the forward of the boat, doesn't have to stretch over. So it's just a lot of good benefits here without any noticeable drawbacks. And I've been catching fish on it, friends have been catching fish on it, so it works. And you know, like any system, it needs refinement and things like that, but I think there's something here. And I don't know if it's patentable or not. Maybe, probably not. It's mostly just off-the-shelf parts rigged up. Maybe it's just a new rigging system. You can give me a little credit for helping sort of develop this rigging system and use your products. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, check it out. Thanks.